Like post Smash World Tour, I'm probably gonna start getting into content making and stuff. Alright, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yeah.
Mii
really key.
Brawler.
Alright, listen, that's what I was gonna tell you. Just Mii's in general. Besides Mii Gunner, which is the only one I have studied because of Capitancito.
Capitancito's
The rest,
good.
I have like zero idea, dude. Like, you tell me.
I think it's either +1 or +2. Probably +2. I feel like Brawler doesn't really have a way to deal with Thunder Jolt, and while he can deal with the pressure afterwards if he's using Thrupper, I feel like none of his recoveries are good enough unless you only if you hit him any kind of low. So like a down smash, like Nair down smash at like 50, he might just die.
Yeah, he's real light, right?
He's like mid-heavy. He's like mid-weight. He's like around Mario, I think.
Yeah, like I was thinking maybe +1 because I know how good the up B is, like the one you've been using a lot.
Thrupper's broken, but also Pikachu can just kind of ignore neutral. Like I can just play like a super lame-o.
It seems like he has really good mobility, but like the hits that he gets out of the mobility just aren't good enough, like raw, I guess, compared to like just Pikachu's normal pressure, you know?
He does have some good damage, but like, you know, the reason let's say it's harder than Fox, even though it's harder to edgeguard this character than Fox, is that like Fox schmixes your shit in neutral.
Yeah.
And has edge kill moves, whereas the only kill move that you're really worried about horizontally for like edge trapping is back air, but back air only kills at like 110, and there's no like ground move. His edge trapping is worse, and he is worse at dealing with quick attack because he's slower on the ground. So he doesn't. You don't have to worry about like the dash up smashes like you do with Fox. Down throw Thrupper is real on Pikachu, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a huge window, but it's there. I definitely think that like because he's a fast faller, he gets comboed pretty hard. And I think overall, just Pikachu does more damage, kills better, edge guards more, has a projectile.
In my head, like from what I know with the kid, it just seems like a very, I guess, kind of linear brawler-based character against Pikachu specifically. I just feel like the game plan is way more linear compared to someone like Fox's against Pikachu, and still he doesn't get as much as Fox does, you know.
Basically,
like just all damage-wise, and him being like Fox being able to just like babysit you on the juggle state, just pressure you directly. It's like Fox's applicable speed is like way better in my opinion compared to like Mii Brawlers from what I know.
Yeah, exactly. Mii Gunner.
I'm thinking +1 or 2, probably 2.
It's probably +2 because of bridges.
Yeah, like
online it's +1 or even, but
that matchup's tough online for sure.
Hey man,
but,
I have a 100% win rate on him because I beat him 2 times in losers, and I played him 1 other time, and I beat him.
You wanna know something? Like I'm pretty sure the only time I lost to him, actually no, that's a lie. I think
lost him a couple
like,
times, but
yeah, I
the
lost
most
to him
notable was
twice.
Smash World 4, obviously.
Yeah, the Smash World Tour was the big one. Like that was my moment, and then I messed up, and then I was like, maybe this matchup is not as bad. But then, like I saw how you played against him, and it's just like really Pika pressure in general, just kind of runs over Mii Gunner stuff like really well.
Because like the thing is, he can't use the add a shield option up B because then he has no recovery.
Like the things that you gotta like look out for the matchup is, okay, you gotta know how to deal with the down B, so you gotta know like you can operate back to them.
Dude, you couldn't do that in Smash 4, so that move was broken.
It was intangible or something? Or transcendent?
Yeah, you just couldn't, like, if you hit it, it blew up immediately.
Oh, so, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad they changed that, yeah.
Oh god, in this game it would have been stupid. And then, like, you have to know when to get off of the ledge against the neutral B if they're using Smoke Bomb. If they're using Charge Shot, you have to make sure you don't T-Jolt super lazily because it goes through it. But overall, like, Pikachu's pressure is really good. You just have, this is one of the matchups that you have to make sure just don't dash attack if you're at 85. We'll get up smash and you will die.
Yep. The up smash is really good. It has deceptively good range, and it's pretty strong still with rage.
Yeah.
I just think it comes down to Mii Gunner not being able to scramble just like Pika does, like not even close to how well Pika does. Like his scramble move is like Nair and then back air, you know? If you play around those, and if you play around his up tilt at kill percent, he's gonna super struggle to kill you. Like he's usually looking for both back air, up tilt, and then his normal projectile setups to kill you.
Yeah, but like Pikachu can just avoid all of them.
Exactly, you can just like play super avoidance based against those.
Meanwhile, no out of shield option, so you can Nair pressure for free, eventually get a Nair down smash, can edge guard the character sometimes, and have up air bridges.
Exactly, it's just like Pikachu stuff works on them, and it's just annoying. You gotta take it slow, and you gotta know the matchup for it to be +2. But in general, I do think it ends up being +2.
Yep.
Yeah. One thing I just want to tell like Pikas, just be careful about the upper DI cross-up. Like, you might just die Omega early if you're not aware of the upper DI cross-up. You can kind of like know...
I think I just DI down.
I usually do DI like horizontally, because I'm usually confident with their drift. But if you mess up the DI and are just lazy on your DI, you're gonna probably die at even 70, dude.
Damn.
And then...
I didn't even know it crossed up. I think I just always get lucky.
Yeah, it crosses up. And the other thing is the side B, the missiles. The strong missiles,
So strong. Holy
yeah,
shit.
they're super good. They kill, and sometimes I'm not sure still like what
Quick attack beats it sometimes, but not other times. And so does T-Jolt.
And T-Jolt, exactly. Like sometimes it feels inconsistent, and I'm not completely
I think
sure
it's
what
air
it is.
jolt versus ground jolt or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that. But sometimes
I
T-Jolt
remember us
will...
talking about it, and I was like, oh, it's this, and I was just super wrong.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, just be aware when you throw T-Jolts out against them. Don't be lazy, because if you get caught in the corner with side B, you're gonna die. It kills at like 110 on the corner against Pika.
The Saxy Boy wants us to do Sonic. So Sonic, we were talking about this. Me and Shiny Mark were just on the phone in the car because I just wanted to keep talking about Pikachu. But Sonic is a +1. I don't think it's +2. But it's definitely Pikachu's favor because we get to control the tempo at all times because we have Thunder Jolt. We force interactions, and when Pikachu can force interactions, it means he can force interactions that are in his favor if they can't deal with Thunder Jolt correctly. You play for timeout every game. Every single game you play for timeout. You just play for a 20% lead and hope. And if you ever get a stock lead, you just run like a bitch, and all you do is get 2 hits and then run away.
Yeah, it's basically what you want to do against Sonic in general, right? Just like get a good hit. He struggles to get in against you. Like if you time him out
just beats his spins. If it's not like the beginning of side B. So like if you T-Jolt fair, they either jump above you or get hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which like,
and
that's
Pikachu,
fine.
like outside of the normal matchup that you want to play against Sonic, which is kind of like that, just run away with him, like from him. We have again T-Jolt. Just dictating the tempo against Sonic is huge against him. Like it's so big, and just we have good advantage state against him. So even if he has the lead, I feel like we have a much easier time getting the lead back compared to him against us, you know?
Because we have like Skull Bash off stage, we have Quick Attack, we have a lot of ways to get down. The Sonic has to hard read, whereas it's just like, okay, they're gonna spring, and then we're gonna up air them for whatever they do.
Yeah.
And then do it over and over again. So, Pikachu also has a lot more cheese, because you have like upper thunder, you have thunders in general. Pikachu can always punish neutral B if you shield it correctly. You know how this works, right? How do you know which way they're gonna go from when they bounce on your shield?
With homing attack, yeah.
Oh yeah, so if it's rotating, I think if it's rotating, I'm doing this wrong on. Oh no, this is actually correct. If you're rotating clockwise, they go to the left, and if they're rotating counterclockwise, it goes to the right. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So like you can see it before they release it, and then you can either get fair, up air. You can even get back air. You can get down air. I'm pretty sure you have enough time. It's just harder to do that one. But like you can do like short hop. If you're like mid percents, you can go like short hop, up air, fast fall, like raw up air, back air or something. Like you can get some pretty beefy punishes. Or if you think they're just gonna like air dodge to the ground, you can just like really quickly like short hop thunder and it'll hit it, which is super funny. But yeah, I think Pikachu just controls the momentum. The things you do want to look out for as Pikachu are if you're in the corner, Sonic's back air lingers for forever, so it's really good for dealing with quick attack back to ledge. And of course you have Sonic's F smash 2-frame, which if you get good at the angle where it's not 2-frameable, which we don't yet, then we're gonna forward smash is just super scary, basically.
Yeah. Just in the corner, back air is huge against Pikachu. Just I think a lot of us just get caught with Sonic backer for doing some lazy T-Jolt eventually because we're trying to control the tempo, you know? And then, like, the Sonic got it, he called us out, then he got it, you know? But if you just play good avoidance against that, like...
Also remember to, like, SDI down and away on the spin charges, because then you attack, and...
there's a lot of, like...
Sonic. I disagree. I think Pikachu can get the momentum pretty easily, and you can build a lot of damage, because again, in theory, Pikachu should be comboing. If you get a back air or a grabbing and Sonic at 0, he's supposed to go to 60. Just you can't do that online. But like you get near loop, he gets upper bridged a little bit.
And even if you don't get a complete 60% combo, you still have like you can put him like in a juggle situation. Like the spots where Sonic struggles the most in general are landing, and on the ledge. He still has mix-ups obviously, but Pikachu
is really good people on the ledge all the time for Sonic because they'll go for like their mix-ups are like the normal ledge options and then like ledge hop down B. Yeah. Or or like side B jump back here or something like that. And it's just like, oh, forward smash, thanks. Like Pikachu's forward smash is actually so good in this matchup.
It's really good. It's like a super good counter approach.
It beats down B, it beats side B. Like, it beats everything if they're just not ready to run in for it. And a lot of times Sonic, in order to whiff punish Pikachu's forward air, has to, like, jump backwards and down B, so then you can just do run F smash. And, like, that's how I get so many kills. I remember that's how you beat Sonic's, like, the first time you beat him, or, like, you won a juice box. That's, like, a big way you got kills.
Yeah, exactly. And just whenever you have the lead, and they want to force, like, the approach, just dash back forward smash might just hit them and kill them, you know?
Yeah,
it's
like, for some reason I, like, always have the sweet spot on this.
Yeah, same, I know. Like, against the Sonic matchup, I don't know, it just happens a lot more often. So yeah, it's honestly just +1. Sonic is solid enough for it not to be +2. But again, if we have the consistency of never getting 2-framed on the forward smash, I think it would be +2.
I agree.
Or maybe not, but close.
But like an easy +1 at the very least.
Yeah.
Mii Swordfighter is also +2. This character got buffed, but I don't think it matters in our matchup as long as you understand what the buffs are, which is like the jab thing, like the side B is faster. And I think he has an up B that's faster. No, not Chakram. Like the thrust side B. But exactly, you have to use a worse move than Chakram.
I see. Yeah.
So like the general, I think that's what swordsmen are running now. I don't exactly know because I haven't actually seen that many since the buff, which was like a couple weeks ago when Kazuya came out.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, Pichu doesn't struggle versus sword characters because you have quick attack with punishing, you have edge guarding, you have better damage. Sword fighter gets upper bridge. So like basically just general Pikachu things work. And as long as you're not like really dumb and getting hit by tornado or getting hit by up B at a shield, you should be fine.
Yeah, like the things you gotta watch out against Mii Sword. Like honestly, the range that he has isn't really that good for walling. Like the big move, like the huge move for like walling is fair, but it's still like really laggy. So you can just wait out the jump and then quick attack whip on it. And then
you just use your
the other thing,
yeah,
the other thing you gotta watch out for is immediate down throw upper. Like because if it catches you not dying at all, you might just die at 70, you know? And that's like, yeah, that's way more relevant online because you cannot react as well. But in theory, if you are not dying to down throw immediate upper, you should just be lagging for forever, you know?
Yeah, you get like back aired randomly at like 140 because they catch your quick attack after the 7th time.
Exactly, and it doesn't even have like that good of range or kill power either, so it's not that scary either. Yeah.
Min! We got into the top tier area.
Yeah.
I don't know what about like N to R is just like it's top tier and top tier and
top tier characters. Yeah, it's really cool. I think Min is +2.
I agree. It's probably the hardest +2 or the easiest +1.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest mainly because of how solid the character just in general is, but Pikachu is basically everything you want against Min.
Yeah, as a Min player, I can attest to this. You don't want people that are really good at rushdown, that also have moves that are safe on shield, that also have edge guarding, that also have a decent projectile, that also have a burst option. So, Min has all of that because, or rather Pikachu has all of that because back air, if you hit a back air on Min, she might die. If you can like, you can slowly chip your way into a Min's area because like also, Min's best arm, Megawatt, or sorry, not Megawatt. Min's best arm, Ram, is not good versus Pikachu because it misses a lot. You always have to angle it down on Pikachu for like smash attacks and tilts and stuff for his pancaking, and that's really annoying. So you just don't want to use it. So because of that, you're not going to get 2-framed with Ram as much. You're not going to get like the like honestly one of the more important hitboxes of Ram, which is like when it starts looping backwards and it goes high. That's not really going to be a worry because they're generally not going to be playing in Ram. But if they aren't playing in Ram, Pikachu, you have to be careful not to just shamelessly Thunder Jolt because both Dragon and Megawatt, especially Megawatt because it's bigger, will go through your Thunder Jolts.
Yeah.
Which is like something that can definitely happen and something you definitely have to worry about. But Nair is punishable at a shield, assuming it's not perfect. Like even Megawatt Nair. By Nair, and Nair can get big combos. The advantage state of Min is not very good, so Pikachu can just kind of bully her. If that bullying leads to off stage, she's not great at getting off the ledge except for one particular gimmick, which is like ledge hop into Megawatt tilt jump. But that's like the only thing you can do, and if they do that jump, then you can just full hop in Nair because that's literally like all they're going to do. So as long as you're just not like impatient and running into the second arm, like you shield the first arm and then run to the second arm, like just be patient and remember that because again, if they ever throw out a smash attack, you can just quick attack into them because they can't move, they can't jump, they can't run. So it's really hard for her to get anything started. Like Min just has to play neutral perfectly, but even then they're committal options. The Pikachu's gonna take stage and get into like the close quarter combat range where she just has to guess.
Yeah, and at that point, like, that's one thing that happens a lot against Soners with Pikachu, is that, especially Min Min, right? Like, once you take stage against her, she probably will want to reposition to, like, be able to just use their arms correctly, like, better, you know?
Yeah.
And at that point, their options are, like, either, like, super call you out with, like, Nair in the air, if you, like, I don't know, it's just, like, a super specific call, or what most Min-Mins do most of the time is either burst option dash attack or just roll. In which case, the reward is way more skewed in your favor, and then you just get vanish state into.
It's like if you can read a roll and get a back air or like a back throw off stage or like an up air bridge, because up air bridges work on her. So
it's really rough, and then Pikachu is really good at dealing with tether recovery specifically.
Yeah, as long, but like you just again it's another thing of like this is a really important matchup for the not two frameable angle, because like Dragon F smash 2-frame can kill you. Really
it's broken, yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah.
So it's something, if I have to play Pink Fresh, I'm gonna just practice that angle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think I do agree with what you said. It's probably one of our hardest, if not the hardest, +2s. Yeah. Just because of how solid the character is.
Broken. The funny thing is, like, I've been said she's broken. Like, she came out and like, this character's fucked up, and people are like, actually her recovery's bad, therefore she's not even top 30. And like, I kept talking about like, dude, Min Min's broken. I don't know why people don't think Min Min's broken. DeBuzz picked her up, and people are like, I still don't know. And I'm like, yo, Min Min's broken. And then suddenly now Pink Fresh hits a Little Mac at 0, and everyone's like, actually Little Mac should be banned. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Now you're mad. It's not the Proto one a major. That Pink Fresh hit a Megawatt 0, a Megawatt Nair at 0, and killed. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one big move that we didn't talk about is just up smash. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is about
but also got nerfed. So
yeah, up smash got nerfed. It's still like such a good anti-air, and if she calls you out with it, then she got it. You shouldn't be jumping in recklessly like that, you know? Like you should just like condition for stage control and stuff. And if she tries to use the up smash for reflector purposes, it's just too laggy, dude.
Yeah, you get hit by the T-Jolt and then just continue hitting.
Yeah, you take the damage, you still have stage control, you get one hit, she's probably dead, or she takes out a bunch of damage. It's hard for her, it's just really rough, yeah.
So Mr. Game & Watch. So I think we're both getting better at this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to play it so perfectly that it's -1. Because you can, in theory, win. But that means you're probably outplaying your opponent in mid-range a ton.
Super hard, yeah. And like, I told ESAM this when we were discussing the matchup. Like, I think in theory, perfect, like, play Pikachu in this matchup might be even, actually. But, just in practice, you will eventually mess up, and just Game & Watch's advantage state is super consistent and super good at just catching those small flubs.
A big thing, honestly, like an underrated thing that people don't talk about, is up air for Game & Watch. The reason I think it's the best up air in the game is because it's super hard to deal with, and we don't have, whatchamacallit, we don't have the air mobility or a move to deal with it. But because I know a lot of people are like, actually, Game & Watch's up air is just mediocre, just drift out of the way, and I'm like, man, I can't imagine being a character with like a top 10 airspeed.
Yeah.
But like, up air is so hard for Pikachu to deal with. So it like the thing that we'll see in a lot of that is common between these two matchups, like Game & Watch and Ness, is Pikachu actually has a disadvantage state, because normally Pikachu does not. Like, your opponent has to hard read your options for like other characters. Like, they have to hard read quick attacks in order to even continue to hit Pikachu, or they just don't get to because he just goes to the ledge. Whereas Game & Watch has decent edge trapping because he has Bomb and Chef, and up air and up smash allow him, and Nair on like platforms allow him to juggle Pikachu fairly efficiently. Which is really difficult, and it's a ton of damage, and it's something that's kind of annoying to deal with. And, you know, Pikachu normally gets to privilege his way out of those situations, and does not.
He can, yeah. And then Game & Watch gets like a random positional read, and you might just die at 60.
Down smash?
It's really tough. With down smash, up smash, yeah, whatever. It's really tough. And the things that you like, I think Downer specifically in this matchup is actually pretty good at counter poking him on the ground.
Like full hop downer or full hop downer?
Full hop downer. Like you're just like repositioning. Like, the big thing about this matchup, in my opinion, is just resetting neutral a bunch, kind of like what we talked about before.
And like, yeah, the advantage state's very like slow. It's like, oh, they're gonna up B, and then you're gonna wait, and then they're gonna bucket, and you can't thunder, but you can't punish them for doing the bucket, and then they down air and drift, and you have to make sure you read the drift correctly, or you just don't.
It's a bunch of just resetting neutral, repositioning, taking your small wins, and like just go from there, you know? Like,
I don't know why it's showing Bayo over here. Chat, you can barely see it, But like, it reminds me of, like, that aspect reminds me of Smash 4 Bayo, where it's like, you can't overextend, can't do crazy things because you'll just get hit and it's not worth it. So same for Game & Watch, like, you tried to swing an up air at him for 7% or 8% or however much it does, and then you get down aired with bad DI at 85 and you die.
Yeah. Like, I think at the very top level, we talked about this in the call for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably one of the matchups that you wanna go for the timeout for. Like, you wanna take those small wins, and that's just kind of how I view the game, more like reset neutral heavy compared to ESAM's playstyle.
Yeah.
But I think like Game & Watch, Sonic, and then Pac-Man probably are the three definitive matchups
Maybe
that
Peach.
probably go to timeout. Probably, yeah. That you wanna go for timeout, because the wins that you take, that you gain in this matchup are so precise, so specific, and are actually kind of small. Like, if you punish Game & Watch out of shield with this up B out of shield and you're shielding it, you get like a 7% upper, and then you reset neutral again, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really tough. And but Pikachu still, in my opinion, has the mobility.
And the mid-range.
Just the mid-range to like contest him enough, where dash attack, where if you get like a good nair down smash or up smash, they're kind of light, so they might just die early.
Yeah, nair up smash, if you can get the nair up smash on Game & Watch and they go to the correct side of you, that shit kills at like 90.
It kills Omega early.
Especially if you have range, oh my god.
Yeah. Down smash 2, dash attack is incredible in the matchup.
Like you have your options, it's just, you can't poke their shield, ever, because up B beats literally every move we have.
It's super hard, yeah.
Can't Thunder Jolt. Like, you can't do anything normal. You can barely get edge guards and edge traps, because you throw out a single move against Game & Watch, if he's on the ledge and he waits just half a second longer and then goes ledge hop nair. And it always, like, it's so big that it just hits you. So you have to, like, stand way back, and then he just, like, ledge jumps and you literally can't react to it, and then, like, up B's, and you're like, okay, time to play this part again.
Yeah, and actually, I think this was the first set you analyzed from me when I played Meister on the onliner. Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. I think trumps in this matchup are huge, because you cannot actually just straight up edgeguard Game & Watch. Like, you may be able to just like go low with him when he downers, like super low, and then call him out for it. Or if he goes Omega high with like a, I don't know, just they're stalling with bucket or something, like you might be able to get like a niche call out. But I think especially just in this matchup, ledge trapping is huge, and the ability that you have to condition Game & Watch with ledge trumps are gonna get you a bunch of kills at like 120-ish.
Maybe earlier than that.
Maybe earlier if you have rage, for sure.
Well, if you can get like forward smash as well. Like the conditioning part, not the trump itself.
Yeah, and then the Game & Watch is like, oh, he's a ledge trumper, I'm gonna use my more immediate options, and then you forward smash, he dies Omega early.
At like 75.
So
like, you have to get like an early kill in this matchup for it to feel relatively even, because then also Game & Watch is gonna get some early kills with like down smash lol.
Yeah, but then if you get like a good lead, you might be able to just run away kind of efficiently and counter poke him. But it's still, like, he might just sneak in like a random good hit there, and now you're even, and then you're gonna take a bunch of damage. It's just like a really precise.
You just can't mess up. It's one of those don't mess up ever, or you're gonna lose. Which, like, in theory you can do, but in application it's really hard, especially considering Meister is like top 7 in the world.
It's incredible, yeah. So like again, we both see this matchup as really doable. It's just, you gotta be on your shit all the time, and it's really tough in practice. Yeah.
Speaking of being on your shit the entire time, Ness.
We talked about this too.
I will put this in your position because it makes it a more optimistic chart. So 0 or -1. This is my least, like, I like this less than Game Watch, because at least against Game & Watch I understand what's happening and the game is broken down into sections that make sense to me. Ness does not make sense, and he's way more frustrating because his out of shield options kill you.
Yeah.
And I hate PK Fire. Because Pikachu just gets hit by it because he's a round ball when he gets hit, so you can never get out. Like I play certain characters, like I play certain characters, and I get hit by PK Fire, and then I'm out in like 3 hits, and I'm like, oh my god, is that what's supposed to happen? That's crazy. Because it never, ever happens against PK.
Yeah, no, we talked about this earlier. I think you still think it's -1 nowadays, right?
I think in theory, like, I just don't get the matchup. But like, I think it could be 0. I think both of these could be 0. But like, I just understand the Game & Watch matchup more because I've needed to study it more, because Meister is a more relevant player than any Ness player. And that's no offense to them, it's just I literally haven't played a top Ness at a major ever. Whereas I've played Meister 4 times.
It's like a way more structured matchup, right? So, I don't know. I just think like Ness is really doable. Like, in my opinion, it might be just even. And I told ESAM like when we ended the stream, it's like I'd put it in like 0 or -1. Like, I just think Pikachu just has the good enough tools to pressure him on the corner. as to which, like, just stage control is really relevant in this matchup. Again, you want to take small wins. Up tilt, up air are really good to like set up good combos and good damage, throw them off stage, and hope you get like a good position to like edge guard. And if not, try to ledge trap, you know. And grabbing ledge to edge guard Ness is actually really good because you can react to the air dodge with back air and down air. If they do like a PK Thunder and they're close-ish to you, you might be able to just like drop down back air or drop down downer if you're confident you're not gonna hit the tail. And if they're like lower and you feel like you're gonna like trade with the up B, you might just be able to just throw like a T-jolt, make it trade with the up B, and make it so that he doesn't travel as far, you know? So you do have counterplay for the, like, obviously that's where you win the matchup, like off stage, right? And
yeah,
for on stage, I think, yeah, advantage in general.
I'd say dealing with Magnet.
Yeah, Magnet is the big mix-up of, like on disadvantage for him. But still, I think neutral is good enough for us positional wise, because we can bait like out of shield options from him a bunch. His kill options are sometimes like pretty telegraphed, so you can just like move around them pretty efficiently.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just gonna get clipped, you know, and you're gonna die super early. Plus yo-yo on the ledge is kind of annoying. So stuff like that is what makes the matchup like end up being -1. But just the neutral aspect and the Pikachu advantage aspect is what, in my opinion, just evens it out. And I can easily see it being even in the future of the meta.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's just I don't get it, and I get hit by Magnet. And like the person that literally beats me the hardest of anyone ever in the world is not T-Pac-Man, it's Austin from Texas. I've won one game versus that guy, and it was with Samus.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ness, like, definitely we can do well, but like, it's just annoying because like sometimes you just get back aired or yo-yoed, or PK Thunder is so good an advantage because again, similar to what I said with Game Watch up air, if you don't get the one area, if they're getting greedy and you fast fall air dodge it, you're just gonna get hit and you're gonna take like 15. And it can mess with your recovery off stage, it can mess with your edge guarding of Ness. His kill potential is obviously ridiculous, and again, it's one of the matchups that it actually matters because every move of his is a kill move, whether it's air or back air or down smash or up smash or down air or PK Thunder or grab.
Yeah.
So like he's just gonna kill you. Down smash. I think I already said that.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta be
perfect.
Like,
you just play
again,
perfect.
Like what you mentioned, just be on top of your shit. Like, kind of know, just observe what their intentions are at the moment, like what they want to hit you with at that moment. Because everything that will hit you will probably kill you. So positional wise, you want to be like really precise. And Pikachu still does have stuff to like counter poke Ness. Like if he fares from the like any position and he's approaching you, you can whiff punish with a fair, something as basic as that. But like to be able to do that like many times in a game, you know, to just win neutral consistently is what, yeah, it's what becomes tough of the matchup, and you have to just take those small wins and try to not overextend. Because something basically like that, if it goes Ness's favor, I think it's like really bad for Pikachu. Yeah, I think that's nuts.
So those are going to be the losing matchups, everyone. Thank you all for watching. No, we're going to go into some other top tiers, and we're going to talk about Palu. Talked about this in the car. Honestly, this matchup is very close to +3, in my opinion.
I wouldn't put it on +2.
I'm not going to do that. It's +2. Yeah, okay. But it's very close to +3. I think this is by far Palu's worst matchup. It's really difficult for her to do literally anything, because air is not an option. Air and back air are both punishable on shield by Nair, or back air if they're 2 frames imperfect or it's stale. She gets edge guarded. She's one of the only characters that you get a guaranteed spike if you 2-frame her if she doesn't have her double jump, because you do drop down Nair fast fall after the 3rd hit. To miss the final hit, and then you can jump down at her before her teleport happens, and that's at 80%. So if she just doesn't have a jump and you 2-frame her, you die. So it's really bad. The neutral's super hard. You have Skull Bash to go off stage, you have a really linear or a not linear recovery, so you can get around down tilts and up smash, although that's going to be like still a good thing for her. But again, if we do the non 2-frameable recovery, suddenly she has like no way to hit you ever. You should never get hit by Explosive Flame or Auto Reticle, because both of them you can just jump and quick attack over and punish her. She gets up air bridged. Pikachu's fast enough to punish a lot of her edge cancels for short.
In general, against Palutena, I feel like if you try to force stuff against her, it's gonna be like way more doable for her. Like she does still have
like, you still can. You can still do that, because like if you back air or nair or do anything to cross up her shield, she literally can't hit you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is crazy. Like back air landing or nair landing behind her, she quite literally cannot hit you. Especially back air. Like it's -12 with the landing hit, and you win. And then if you get the hit, you can hit her off stage and potentially kill her. You know, a good thing for her is like high teleporting, but again, if you just read that and you can like grab her or like landing near on a platform, if they're landing on a platform, then you can just like do so much damage. Like again, anytime I've played a Palu, I'm like, I'm going to play smart and Thunder Jolt and be annoying and make sure to cross up. And I win and I go, cool, that was the matchup. And if the Palu ever wins, even if it's a game, I go, wow, they are playing so well and or I really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I, as the player, am doing anything. I'm just like, I'm using Pikachu the way he's supposed to be used currently. Like that's it. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I had the sick read, I had the sick sequence. I'm just like, Pikachu is really good. Like every time, and I've beat every Palu.
Yeah, honestly, it's a really rough matchup. Like what I meant, like if you get lazy against Palutena, you might just get like nared randomly, you know, and you're gonna take your damage. You might just not cross her up because you didn't think about the matchup specific stuff.
Yeah.
But in general, if you're just slightly thinking about what Pikachu has over her in the matchup, usually you can just kind of like get a random hit and then advantage state and then reset, put yourself in a good situation.
Like you beat her neutral. Your neutral's just better than her in this matchup. So.
Yeah, and then she has just such a hard time forcing stuff against Pikachu. Like again, what you mentioned, if someone just like beats you, they outplayed the of you honestly, or you were just Omega lazy, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what the matchup comes down to. And for down tilt 2 framing, like up smash, if they 2 frame your down smash on their timing, like they got it, you know?
Down
tilt
is
like with up smash.
But also again, you can kind of like vary your quick attack, so they have to still go for the 50-50 of 1 zip, 2 zips, you know, the early zip into the late, like the one that goes into the stage. So like it's not that easy. But for down tilt, you can just go quick attack, hold away.
Hold away, exactly.
And you don't get anything, and then they have to worry about the on-stage quick attack mix-up, and then you just go like down, forward, and then up, and then they just like back air to the stage, and then you quick attack on stage, and you're fine.
Yeah, and then if you think about the applied kill potential, like we know just Pikachu has the normal stuff, plus bridges, plus edge guards. Palutena really just has to rely on like a back throw with you being lazy and going to the corner against her. Back air, which is raw killing at like 120, 130, like 130 mid-stage-ish. Upper if she catches you like landing on the platform.
At the same time, you can always just do like the fast fall air dodge, and it's like, or like you can either do the fast fall air dodge, which is really good versus Palu, unless they like hard read you forward smash, like sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can just again because you're not scared of the edge really in this matchup. Like yeah, you can get back aired, but that's generally you messing up or like a really obvious timing. You can always just skull bash off stage, jump Thunder Jolt, drift towards the ledge, either grab the ledge or quick attack on stage because the T-Jolt's covering you. Like it's bad.
Yeah, and then she just, like, the way she just usually kills you is, like, when you're at the dash attack percent, you know? Like, at that point, she just gets it, you know? Like, it's just her neutral tool, it's really good, she got it, you know? And it's fine, we usually just get, like, way more, and like, just a normal game.
I feel like it was definitely, like, +1, and then they nerfed, down throw. So down throw back air doesn't work, and I was like, oh, easy.
Yeah,
easy.
For sure.
Like now it's just easy. And I haven't even played a Palu, like a top Palu since then.
Like down throw bear used to kill us at like 90, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but like it was I mean,
really
and
good.
I still was beating the Palus just by beating them, and now they like really can't
like
kill.
It was definitely still like in our favor. And plus when Nair used to kill, like it was still probably +1, you know?
Exactly. Like even like the best version of Palu was still +1.
Yeah, exactly. So +2 I think is not a stretch at all, and might be just +3, but I think the character is a little too solid for it to be +3. Yeah.
Peach, I think it's +1.
Really?
Yep.
I think it's even, but let me explain. Yeah.
So basically, you can play this character like it's Ness or Game & Watch without the fear of the Ness and Game & Watch things, because you can also use Thunder Jolt. This character like is actually pretty easy to combo, because I learned how to combo this character during the pandemic because I guess. Forward air is so good in this matchup. I always thought this was a back air matchup. It's 100% a forward air matchup.
Oh, it's definitely a forward air matchup.
Because forward air, if they DI like up or in, and you hit a forward air at 0, like T-Jolt forward air, right? Like the just general shield pressure. You get full hop up air into landing nair combo. If they DI out or SDI out, you get dash short hop up air landing nair combo. You actually combo this character pretty hard. You can advantage her pretty hard. There's the short hop thunder tech on falling down airs or float down airs, which is actually really, really cool. Do you know what about that?
No, what's that?
So you can like jump thunder in between the hits of down air, and the bolt will come down, and then it's probably going to hit you. So you do like the weird thing that I made a video on, where like you get the blue thunder. Yeah, that actually works on her pretty well. I think there was a video about that. I don't remember whose it was. But you can actually edge guard her pretty well. You can edge trap her, and you can run away. Like it's really hard for Peach to catch Pikachu if you just run. And I'm a fighter, which is one of the reasons I super struggled against Peach, because her fighting options are probably better than yours overall, because she's like mixed up in the float, float, cancel the float, down throw. Like her movement and her stuff is really, really fast. You have to remember what you can punish, because she also pancakes a lot, so you can't go for really quick back airs out of shield. It's not going to work on Nair or forward air, but you can like shield grab the fair. You can Nair basically everything except for really close Nair, in which case you just like, if I get Naired, I just jump away, like jump backwards.
Yeah. And
then like quick attack to a platform, or like quick attack down and like down and back, just to like get neutral, and then like start de-jolting again. I
drag down edge are really big in this matchup.
Fair is huge, because you like shoot you just like jump out there, she goes float, I'm gonna wait because she has to.
Yeah.
And then if you do like anything else, like if you just go back to ledge, she has to come forward at some point. Side B is kind of hard to mess with, but if you hit like a single T-jolt out of that, you're fine. And then drag down fair is actually huge. Like if they go for like the uppie that's kind of farther, and then they're like trying to mix up their recovery, you just like fair drag down, and just kills. But like I could see it being even. I wouldn't like super argue it. I just think the more I think about it, and the more I've learned Peach's flaws by the Peach players incessantly complaining about it, is just play lame. Just play like you're playing against Game & Watch and Ness, except you can use T-Jolt. So it's like Mario, but you're not gonna get grabbed at 30 and die.
Yeah.
It's like Mario, except you're not gonna get 2-frame. It's like, you know, it's that type of thing.
Makes sense, yeah. Like, I don't know, I was thinking of just even in general because of her, like, her close range is ridiculous. Maybe, like, the best close range in the entire game. Like, her short range is just ridiculous. The combos are really good. She has 0 to deaths if she gets, like, super specific positions, but it's gonna happen
against
eventually.
Pikachu because of pancaking.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that I'm kind of like respectful of her is kind of like turnip grab. I always just yeah, it's really, really good. So usually I favor playing lame, but sort of in that little range where you can react to it and punish it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just think that the character's buttons are still like really good, but I do agree. Like she's just a slower kind of like Game & Watch Ness type of matchup.
Like again, learning, like me categorizing what I could and couldn't punish definitely helped a lot, because like if she nairs your shield, don't fuck with it.
Yeah, just
or like full hop nair, so that if you either hit them or you're just like out, which is fine. You know, back airing back air, or nairing back air, grabbing forward air, you know, learning that type of thing, and just being okay with just sitting in shield. Or just like moving, like it's one of those just like the more you move, the better it is, because she's really hard to catch.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. This is one of the biggest you move and mix her up matchups as Pikachu for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna mess up with the down B thing that you mentioned.
I haven't done it yet. I just saw a video on it and I was like, ooh, that's cool. But like that's relevant because I fucking hate Peach down here.
I don't like it either.
It's like really
for that reason. Yeah, in general, I think the matchup, like in theory, it sounds +1 for sure, but I think in practice it ends up being more 0 because of the just raw kill potential that she has, the random hits that she gets.
But also, hey, if I start getting edge guards, like Peach stocks are gonna end at 70.
True, that's true.
Pichu, definitely +1.
That's 1 for sure, yeah.
You just can't. And your combos, even if they do the same amount of damage, you're winning because Pichu is so light. With no range, you guys to up throw like 125.
Yeah, it's literally just better Pikachu. I mean, better Pichu, and
you can 2-frame him with down smash and forward smash.
Oh, dude, I remember when I was experimenting with down smash 2-frames, because I don't know if you knew this, but like the Pika cord was having this, and someone told me about it. They thought that we could 2-frame Game & Watch up B consistently, and it wasn't true at all. Like I just tried to like get it consistently, I never could. But with Pichu, yeah, it's really relevant. Like the 2-frame, Pichu actually does have the worst 2-frame in the game, right?
By like
probably. Yeah, it's really bad.
So like, yeah, you just hit him. I practiced it before I played Void at Summit. It didn't end up coming up because I beat him for other reasons, but like then I did it a couple. I dash attack 2-frame to R-Fang.
What?
I don't know. That was crazy. It was on Yoshi's, so that might have been relevant. Like I 2-framed him with dash attack and he died at like 100. I was just like, what the fuck? But like forward smash 2 frames, down smash 2 frames, and like those will kill so early.
Especially because they linger so much, so you have like good room for error.
And like if you're wrong, it's like cool edge trap.
And then
as long as you're just like good with your DI on like the up air thunders,
the loops and stuff. Yeah,
it loops too. You can like SDI up, mash thunder.
SDI up, exactly. Yeah.
But like I feel like Pikachu just does everything better than Pichu does, except like his T-Jolts knockdown. I think that's about it.
Yeah. And yeah, it comes down to just Pikachu being a better Pichu. You just camp him out.
Yep.
A better hitbox. You get like pretty consistent combos compared, like his combos are still good, but they're like I feel like they have more counterplay specifically.
Yeah.
And yeah, in general it comes down to +1. I might even see it +2, but just the raw kill potential for Pichu is really good. And
he's just a bit too explosive for me to put it as +2. Like he's still like 70.
I agree. Yeah, but sometimes we just actually just straight up rob him at 60. He just dies so much very.
Olimar.
I'd say 0 +1.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's always hard to tell because the one that, like, I beat Myron for the most part, and then Dabuz is a better player than me, so I lose. But I don't know if that's a Dabuz thing or a matchup thing. It's very hard to tell. Because, like, Dabuz also, like, just beats, like, Dabuz could beat me with 4 characters. I mean, he doesn't. But, like, in theory, right? Because his,
what character?
Hold on. Add a Nick Shepard thing to the tier 1. If you want me to go over a character, I can, just letting you know. But, like, it's hard because Dabuz is one of the most studied and practiced people. So I don't know if it's a Dabuz thing or if it's a Dabuz using Olimar thing. You know, it's hard to tell.
Okay, makes sense, yeah.
But, like...
What characters do you think he could beat you with?
Oh, no, it was exaggerating. But,
okay.
I mean, maybe Min.
He just knows that, like... Yeah, he... Oh yeah, Rose is an interesting matchup. But just in general, I think... Yeah, I think Pika wins too. In general, I just think like Olimar is if you are playing reckless in the matchup, like the first few times I played Myron, like recently, we started like I had like 2 grind sessions with him like in the last 2 weeks, and the first time we played, like I don't know, he just started like doing a lot of more Pikmin tech that I wasn't used to, like the
like the platform stuff.
Yeah, the desyncs on the platforms. Yeah, exactly. I just wasn't used to it, so it caught me off guard. And just in general, like, the matchup is kind of awkward, but if you get used to it, it's another one of those matchups where Pikachu just gets so much of one hit. If you quick attack him, you might just want to like risk the down smash, because a lot of Olimar's just autopilot whistle, yeah. Baiting whistle is important on the matchup too.
And the thing is, you can edge guard really this character, but also, in my opinion, that's what's better than edge guarding is edge trapping, because Olimar cannot get off the ledge, especially if he does not have a purple to like just yeet on the stage to like cover himself. If he doesn't have a purple, you just harass him off stage, or like keep him off stage the entire time.
Yeah.
And then they like try to go high a single time, and you like thunder them and kill them. I think down throw down air is really important.
Yeah, I agree.
I think like ways to get Olimar off stage are super important. This is definitely not a character that you end with high juggles. You end with off stage because you can like harass with T-jolts and like maybe get an edge guard, maybe edge trap, stuff like that.
And if you get like on a good fair off stage, you just kill them super early, or like you just reset edge guards a lot with back air. You might just get like a good downer, you know. It's and if you cannot get to like the position where you can edge guard, yeah, just go back and ledge trap. It's really good. Like stage control is huge in this matchup, and you gotta like pick and choose your spots with purples. Like purples actually do deserve a lot of respect.
Yeah.
But
I just dash back and just spam down tilt and kill them.
Down tilt, like
or something you can do with Skull Bash, which is funny.
Oh really? It just kills them instantly?
It might need 2, but if you do like the smash attack Skull Bash, then you like bounce backwards and have way less lag. So it's actually sometimes like, better than doing like down tilt. Or if it's on you, you just go like ha, and it and like whatever Pikmin's on you dies, and you're like basically not punishable.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of Olimars, they like to just give away stage control just to reposition and like zone you out with their side B, with their forward smash and stuff. But once you're in that area where you're scrapping with Olimar,
they're gonna do is roll.
Yeah, they're either gonna roll or like try to like hit you with like an up smash if you're super close, so in which case you can bait it out.
Yeah.
But in general, I just think it's again one of those matchups where Pikachu just gets a bunch more from like a single interaction, plus the advantage state where like he can just get like the entire stock, you know.
Yep. Someone's been over Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, okay. I just wanted to say it's sometimes just annoying because of how good just randomly Olimar's kill potential is.
Yeah, like you randomly died 80.
Yeah, it's annoying. But I think if you're like aware and just careful, it won't happen as much. You just gotta know what spots you can like commit on and which ones not to, you know.
Basically. Sephiroth.
+1?
+1.
Yeah, okay.
Sword is annoying to deal with. I hate side B. But like Sephiroth's sword is not as hard to deal with as you expect because you have quick attack. He gets upper bridge, pretty sure.
Yeah, he does.
He gets edge trap pretty hard because like Pikachu's one of the only characters that can like fuck with his normal options because you have Thunder Jolt. Which like he can't do like drop off fair. He can't even do like ledge hop fair.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah,
it's just you hit him really hard in disadvantage. Neutral can be kind of annoying. You have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
You can't mess with Octoslash like ever, except with T-Jolt and Thunder. Like that's it. You can't.
Actually,
you cannot
like,
hit him otherwise. I feel like.
Like when he's recovering, you mean?
Yeah, like his charge up B. If you can't get there first.
Yeah, like the one thing that I do against the charge up B is I did it against Tweak when we grinded like a few months ago, and I did it against Scar today. I just like go off stage. I do reverse T-Jolt approaching into it, and like it 2-frames them and I downer them. Like
jump off stage, be reverse T-Jolt.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And then you're like under the stage, you do like fast fall jump downer, for example. Or if you feel like you don't have enough time, you can do like tech check fair, you know. And if you're confident, like you know what I'm talking about. The tech check fair. Yeah, like I was experimenting with that. And if you don't have enough time to get there and do that, again, just ledge trap. Like you mess with Sephiroth's just flanking options pretty well, just with T-Jolt alone.
Yeah.
But that's like a specific counterplay to Octoslash from what I've gotten, and it's pretty good still. Just randomly gets.
I definitely had a thought of just like, if they have to go straight up, you like run off and like double jump Thunder, because then like the hits take so much more time, and then you can like hit with the Thunder and then the blue. But like it hasn't come up for me because I haven't really played that many Sephiroths.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's plus one. Like his sword is not good enough. His combos aren't good enough to like really scare Pikachu. And again, a big thing in the matchup is down tilt 2-framing. But again, you can either hold out or you can do the non-2-frameable angle, and I think that's huge because it's something we know. We just haven't done it. We're lazy.
Exactly.
We don't need to do it for the most part.
And then sometimes Sephiroth is just like with one wing he becomes ridiculous with his kill power, but still I don't think he has them ability, but he doesn't really have
fast fall
frame
back
data.
Like
yeah, exactly. Like it's pretty telegraphed still, and the only thing that's like really good up close is like Nair, but still you can just like kind of shield, you know. And if he gets a grab, you know that the IE mix-up that he has with back throw, with forward throw and down throw, so just be ready for those, you know, and don't air up throw ever.
It's definitely one of the harder plus ones.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
because like he still has like counter, like his counter's really good, and his like he can call you out for doing like just, you know, more flowcharty offensive quick attack, or just like your flowchart advantage state. Like I'm gonna spam up, or it's like no, you can't. But like Pikachu has tools to get around all of that, so it becomes like a mix-up. And if Sephiroth like goes off stage and tries to counter quick attack or something, and he's wrong, he dies.
He
dies. It's like not worth it.
Drop down back or just down.
Or downer, yeah, exactly. So like he has a bunch of good tools, but most of the really good ones are risky as fuck.
Like it's definitely harder than I thought when he came out. Like I was like, okay, slow frame data, just set play based Swordfighter. It's probably pretty easy. Yeah. But yeah, it's ends up being kind of tougher, but it's still like challenging enough, you know. That's +1 in my opinion.
Plant +2. Kind of easy.
Yeah. Like
you
if
know
you
downer
are
beats Patui.
How so?
If he Patuis, you can just down air it, and then the hitbox goes away, and then you down air Plant.
Really? Wait, so okay, you down air Patui, like the ball itself,
and like it deactivates, and then you hit Plant.
But the downer hitbox from Pikachu is still active? Like you don't have to wait for the splash hitbox?
No, exactly.
Oh, that's crazy. That's really good then. Yeah.
I accidentally edge guarded someone with that one time. We were doing a money match to see if I could restock them, and I down aired and they Patui'd. I hit the Patui and then spiked the Plant through it, and I was like, oh. So that's a big deal.
That's great.
But also, he gets upper bridged, he gets hella comboed. The neutral for Plant isn't actually that good. The best thing about Plant is his edge trapping, and you can't edge trap Pikachu. You edge guard the fuck out of him. You do everything, literally. Like there's no good place for Plant except for hope that Pikachu gets really greedy and gets hit by a bunch of Patui's if they're trying to combo me. Gonna fall. Like that's it.
Or up smash.
Huh?
Up smash is broken. Like
well,
if
yeah,
you
but
just,
like how are you hitting an up smash?
Yeah, like just hope that the Pikachu just gets greedy and gets in your area. Up smash die at 60. So
yeah, exactly.
But in general, just Pikachu's game plan is like if you know how to deal with Patui, if you don't mindlessly just go for multi-hit aerials against Patui because they're gonna fall into you, you know.
Yeah.
Just take your grabs if you can get one and do immediate throw if they're doing Patui to abuse invisibility, stuff like that. Just advantage state, just combos, basically everything. Pikachu can just play normal Pika game stuff, and Piranha Plant really isn't that versatile in like any aspect.
Yeah.
Besides Patui, which isn't that big of a deal either way, you know.
Yeah, because we're also short, so it's not like we're gonna run into it randomly.
Yeah, exactly.
Pokemon trainer.
You don't like this matchup, do you?
Huh?
You don't like this matchup, do
I'm
you?
bad at it. I don't know how to fight Charizard.
Okay.
But I know Pikachu wins. I'm
yeah.
just bad.
Like my practice partner, my main practice partner, his name is Krisam. He's from my region, he's from Guatemala.
You think it's
he's
+1 or +2?
tier.
Just answer that first.
I think it's +1.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this is probably one of my most played matchups overall.
Oh, is this why you gave H4 the lesson?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Like he told me he was struggling with Pandaren, and I was like, oh, I have a lot of experience. You want to just go over the VOD? And I just went over a lot of stuff, you know. Basically, like the big things in this matchup, right? Like you don't want to force interactions in neutral at all against this character. Like pretty much all of them, besides like Ivysaur. Because Ivy is like.
You can run an Ivysaur.
Yeah, exactly.
When people were using Ivysaur as like the main one back before the patch, I was just like, this is great. Pikachu shits on this character.
Yeah, but no. In general, just Squirrel frame data is really good, and his hitboxes are surprisingly good. But if you're just kind of like playing grounded enough, like being ready for parries or being ready to like do the kind of like Mario counterplay with up tilt and upper swats, you know, stuff like that, you can get like a lot of solid hits with Squirrel.
Yeah.
Gotta be ready for the burst range on dash attack and pivot forward tilt especially. Those are the big ones. But if you're playing just solid T-Jolt pressure, he's not gonna get the chance to just randomly run at you. Unless he just randomly runs under the T-Jolt, which is kind of rare, you know?
Yeah.
But
and that's
more
typically
times
you're
than
doing
not,
a bad T-Jolt.
Yeah, more times than not, you're gonna get like solid neutral wins. And if he hits you, then yeah, it's good damage for him. But
same for us.
Exactly. Just gotta be careful. I treat Squirrel like I was coaching H4 and I just told him, you want to treat Squirrel kind of like a Game & Watch, you know? Like, if you commit wrongly, you're gonna take a bunch of damage, and in this matchup, you can't afford to just T-Jolt, you know? So, it's way easier to stay safe in this matchup. Then Ivysaur, you can just run at him, be careful of the DI mix-ups with down throw, and, well, up throw, the up throw tech is kind of really good. Like, do you know about the up throw immediate jump? Yeah, just killing us at 60. It's
60?
like pretty precise. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know upper upper is pretty hard, so I haven't been hit by it ever.
It's really hard. I've only hit by it once, and it tilted the fuck out of me. It's a thing, but it's just really precise, you know? It's something that will happen like once every like 3 games, maybe. It's weird.
And it has to be against,
then,
and Ivysaur still has to get a grab, and it's pretty easy to avoid Ivysaur's grabs, because they're, oh, what the fuck else is the character gonna do?
Exactly, like unless you're just like mindlessly approaching Ivysaur, and he's pivot grabbing you, calling you out on your
land. That should never happen
like
because you have T-Jolt, and if they Razor Leaf, then you quick attack. So like it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. You wanna be careful, and if he gets it, then he got it. You know.
Yeah, like
can't really be bad at that. Yeah.
So what do you do versus Charizard? I have no clue.
And then down to 2 frames for Ivysaur aren't that relevant because timing mix up. Charizard.
I just get hit by shit and I die at 70.
The tough thing about Charizard is you're playing him whenever you're like at high percent, you know, and
or
in general, yeah, exactly. So in general, what I usually do is if I'm able to set up safe T-Jolt pressure from long range, I go from there. Because in general, at that point, like the backers become way more telegraphed. He kind of has to shield, you know, and then you can kind of like bait options out of shield. The big things that I just look out for in general for this matchup is being confident with parrying backers. You gotta like really be confident against that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, you know, it's scary. It's super scary.
That's
if you
terrifying.
Mess up,
Jesus.
You will mess up, dude. But if you have like kind of the notion that they're gonna do it, you get like a good grab, send them off stage, edge guard-ish, or just let's trap him, you know, or dash attack with punish, maybe kill him.
Because I think like Zard is a scarier Bowser for Pikachu, but that's because you only have to play 1/3 of the game or less as Zard.
Exactly.
That's
the thing.
When it's your death percent, like Charizard's like the scariest character in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I hate last hit scenarios against Charizard because like they have up B, they have up smash, they have grab, they have like a pretty hard to deal with recovery. Like not like edge trapping, but like the on stage, like I want to go edge guard and get that fair, right? And it's so hard because you have to respect.
Exactly. It's definitely like super tough. Like at that point, like I've heard you say this before. Like the matchup becomes even when you're just playing the last hit situations. It's really hard. But the thing, like your main goal is just to like outstage control him, like not let him control the like pressuring you on the corner, you know, because he has huge hitboxes and it's pretty fast. So if he just
and like relatively safe given how big it is, so like you have to get like perfect quick attacks if anything.
Yeah. So you wanna just like take the stage if you can. If he's like super far away from you, maybe set up T-Jolt's pressure. Ledge trapping him is not that bad, and sometimes you will just be able to free edge guard him on like the end of the up B not armor frames. or the end of the side B if they're super far.
Yeah.
But in general, it comes down to just playing around backer. Like you gotta get confident against just parrying backer. Like that's a really big thing in my experience from the match. Terrifying, like of course. If you mess up, you die at 60. And then fair if he's like delaying his fall speed when he's landing. It tests surprisingly long range, and you wouldn't expect it, right? Because you're just usually thinking about back air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then pivot forward tilt has deceptively long burst range, and you're not ready for it. No, but I just mean like burst range forward tilt. It has like pretty unreactable from really far actually. So you just gotta be ready for like to be out of that unreactable range to where you're not gonna like commit and you're guessing, you know?
I feel like I just have to play a slightly farther mid range than what I'm used to.
Exactly. It's that's exactly what I would describe. It's just farther mid range.
Okay,
exactly.
That's fair.
And take your small wins off stage.
Yeah, because at that point like Charizard's typically at like higher percent, so you can get a kill.
Yeah, exactly. And try to not first just like raw kills in neutral. Like I'd say just save fishing. I know, yeah, but it's not that good against Charizard. Like it's not good against Charizard when they're just forcing their shield onto you. So I just say like if you're gonna look for like a kill, either just chip him out, like just play the chip game against Charizard, or wait for like you're pressuring him in the corner, he messes up kind of situation, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Pyra Mythra.
+1 in my opinion.
I can't tell if it's +1 or +2.
I think it's +1. I think the character is just way too solid.
You edgeguard the f this character. That bitch dies.
Yeah, it's like
he gets back air at 0 and dies.
Yeah.
But
it's really.
If they shield the back air, they foresight it.
Exactly. It's I just think the character is too solid for it to be +2. Like Mythra, Omega Fast, just.
I think Pyra's bad at the matchup. I think you should 100% just be playing Mythra in this matchup. Like I think if you ever play Pyra, you're just deciding to lose.
Yeah, like honestly, I played Spargo and I took a set off of their Pyra Mythra before. But then like he switched to Pyra and he kinda, I don't know, he kinda knew that I was nervous.
Online Pyra is much better than Mythra, or than offline Pyra.
Possibly, yeah, like definitely.
Side B gets punished by
Side
quick
B
attack.
is incredible, really, like you're just killing.
Side B sucks. Side B's a bad move in my opinion offline.
Makes sense, yeah.
Like I think Pyra's side B is legitimately like a bottom half side B. Like I don't think it's good.
Pikachu specifically,
no, just in general. Generally, it's just like it doesn't do anything. It's literally hoping that someone just runs at you the entire time and doesn't have any reaction time.
True, yeah.
But I definitely think it's like a favor. Mythra gets up air bridge. I don't think Pyra does. Pyra gets like slightly up air bridge. Neither of them have good out of shield options. So like if they don't, if they're not constantly like if you're getting like T-jolt down tilt pressure, that's really good. Down air is really good against the character. If they have Pyra, then you can just free pressure them because they literally like up B's fake. It's not actually that good.
The only situation I got constantly up beat, well not constantly, but I remember like one interaction against Wario. He did the up B from ledge mix-up, you know, and that's like really committal and he got it, you know, like I was trying to pressure him on the corner and then he just got the timing. But yeah, Pyra in general, yeah, like usually just T-jolt ledge trapping, stick to it, it's pretty safe against Pyra Mythra.
So the thing is, one of the reasons I think it's +1 is because the best thing about this matchup for Mythra is foresight on T-jolts and on aerials. But that means you're shielding a lot. And Pikachu gets so much reward off of grab that it feels really risky to do so. Because the best thing about her in general is her movement and her mobility, but you can't be the mobile character against Pikachu because he will shut you down with just aerials in front of you, or back air, or just T-jolt. And so you have to start shielding more, and if you start shielding more, your movement's going to be disrupted, and then if you ever get hit by Pikachu, like a single time, you might die.
Yeah, and yeah, again, just Pyra, it's not really that relevant. You just like look out for down air, you don't air dodge in dumb situations, and you should be good. You shouldn't be dying at all. And yeah, Mythra, like it ends up being just Mythra plays the entire game, chips you out, good advantage state. Like she has really good advantage state actually, broken advantage state.
I just don't think it's that good versus Pikachu because you just go ledge.
Against Pikachu, so she just like resets neutral a bunch, gets like slight damage, and then the way she closes out stocks is usually like random walling forward tilt from Pyra, you know, or like red your.
But like if Pyra's in, I literally just like jump backwards, like I run off stage, do a reverse thunder jolt, and they can't get there. So then I get the pressure, and if I get it back through, they might die. So like, I just think Pyra is Omega Super Free.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see it. Like, I think it's definitely +1 still though. Like, I think the character is a little too solid for it to be.
Like, I think it's Mythra +1, Pyra +2, or +3.
Possibly, yeah, I can see that.
The Belmonts.
+3?
I'm not sure. It's either +2 or +3.
Their zoning is really strong still, but I just think they Omega die off stage. Like,
honestly, I think it's a little easier than Wii Fit Trainer, and if Wii Fit's +3, I think they're +3.
Yeah, I'm thinking +3. Just backer is huge in this matchup, and it's pretty, like, honestly, just Belmonts struggle with dealing with normal Pika buttons in general, and Pikachu...
Even if you get up 5 times, you are right once, and you just kill them.
And it will not kill you at all, you know? Like, it's not a big deal.
Exactly.
And, yeah, like, there's been so many times where I've been playing someone that's playing Richter, and I'm just, like, getting hit, and then I get one random hit, they die, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really bad. Like, pretty much every aspect of the matchup besides, like, them getting specific side B setups, or them getting holy water, which in general it still isn't that relevant.
And it's our fault.
Yeah, it's our fault, and we still, like, I'd
we have so many mix-ups because we have quick attack that it's so hard, I feel like, to actually get hit by the big starters for the Belmonts. Yeah, like, you're just gonna get poked out with, like, F-tilt and, like, short hot back air and stuff like that. But, like, the amount of times they have to hit you to kill you is so much, like, theirs, like, is, like, 8 to 11 per stock, and ours is, like, 3.
Yeah, I agree, for sure. And just, if you lose to a Belmont that's just constantly poking you out and hitting you, he's calling out your movement, you know? You're just
like, they're outplaying the fuck out of you.
Yeah, exactly, so you shouldn't be mad. And then, even then, if they're just outplaying you super hard, you might just get, like, a random back here and kill them, you know?
Yeah.
It's really rough, and, like, I know why you wouldn't want it to put it in, like, a +3, but, still, I just think applicably it's super unfair.
Yeah, I agree. Ridley! +2.
Yeah, I can see that. Sure,
Ridley just, like... Ridley has some annoyingly good things in this matchup. Like, it's actually really good at calling out some, like, random aggression, because, like, dash back forward smash is super good, F-tilt and forward smash 2-frame, Nair is pretty good, but, like, Pikachu's pressure is just really, really strong against this character. The edge guarding can be really rough. I know we talked about this when we were calling, but, like, Thunder is very good, fair immediate fastfall is really good, Thunder Jolt's really good if they're off stage, Ridley gets upper bridge, Ridley gets Nair looped for forever. Like, the amount of damage you get against Ridley, even proportionate to weight, is still way better for Pikachu.
Yeah, like
Ridley doesn't have combos.
It's like 1-2, then he's done. Unless he just hard reads you, know, in which case he got it again.
And
he does have 2 frames with forward smash, which is big. Like, if he gets them, you're Omega that at, like, even 30, you know? But just in general, we just get, like, random hit, a bunch of damage. It's a big character.
In advanced, it's really easy.
Yeah, ledge trapping is still really good, because in general, Ridley is actually pretty good on the ledge for most characters.
So, like, drop off double jump fair drift back is really good, but T-Jolt just beats that.
And then hold down up B, but yeah, T-Jolt just beats that in general. And yeah, in general, it's like, if you mess up, you're gonna die early, but applicably, like, you can just, like, wait him out, take your small wins, which are gonna become really big because of how big he is, and just he's super comboable. You can, like, kind of low-key treat him like a sword character if he's just, like, staying in place, trying to wall you out with Nair, with back or with fair. You just quick attack him and stuff like that. So yeah, it's hard for him for sure. If he calls you out, you're gonna die early. That's the only reason why it's not +3. And he's pretty speedy too. But
still easy.
Yeah, it's still easy.
Robert.
+2.
+2.
Yeah. I was thinking +1 because I just respect the hell out of... I wouldn't say respect, like, I'm just surprised at how strong and just explosive R.O.B is in general sometimes. Yeah. Mostly because of downer, mostly because of the 0 to deaths, and upper randomly killing you at like 80.
But Pikachu controls literally every aspect of the game. He's better off stage, he's better on stage, he's better at juggling, he's better at damage, he's better... Like, he gets comboed, he gets upper bridged, like, that's crazy. So you can actually kill R.O.B from, like, a back air on most stages, or, like, a grab at 30 on most stages, because he just gets upper bridged the whole time, which is huge. I think it's really, really hard for R.O.B to get anything started unless Pikachu is either really greedy or really, like, lazy. Like, one of the two. Like, you go for, like, oh, Nair's already out, I'm gonna up air or forward air it, because for some reason forward air just beats Nair a lot of the time. Like, that just... I win so many times where I'm just like, oh, I feel like I was gonna get Nair there and I got forward air. But it just doesn't really work that hard, like that well. Down tilt's not super good in this matchup because there's a lot of times you're not really generally playing neutral without either R.O.B having gyro in hand or you having a Thunder Jolt out, so it's not really worse.
Yeah.
But like it's just really hard, and like, you know, at percents where up tilt up air is going to work, you can probably match out of down throw still. So you're generally not going to get down throw up tilt up aired. Pikachu controls everything, and like the saving graces of this matchup for R.O.B are down air, 2-frame because it lingers for forever. But even then again, Pikachu has a lot of mix-ups, and if you're too lazy with it, you're going to get thundered. So you gotta be careful, and then just random like dash attack into yeah. But at the same time, like Pikachu has the infinite that I still haven't made a video about.
Yeah, it's really good.
So like, you can literally hit him like it's really applicable too, because like they shoot a gyro, it's kind of on the ground. They approach it and try to down tilt it. You just picked it up with a forward air. Forward air at 0 combos into Z drop gyro nair. Go. Like I did it on 8-bit man and I got like 70%. Or something, because and like that was online, right? So like I think that's really relevant.
And we haven't even talked about just how abusable R.O.B is off stage and just in advantage state in general. It's really big actually.
Yeah, like thundering his up B is pretty easy, or baiting air dodges and then like forward airing him, and just like there are so many times I've edge guarded R.O.B not because they blast zone, but because they just run out of fuel.
Yeah, it's just resetting situations on edge guards is not, it's just really applicable. And even then, like, there's this specific counterplay. Like, they have the counterplay to, like, get close to the stage and then upper you, but then you can kind of SDI it into the stage, like, downer, yeah.
I love that shit, it's so good.
It's applicable, it's, like, really realistic, and it just steals stocks, you know? So, their one mix-up has counterplay, it's just not a good look for them.
Yeah.
The only times you're gonna lose to him if you're just being reckless, not paying attention and being lazy. You're getting hit by the projectiles, you get hit by like a random really good hit, or you're not respecting his shield, he up smashes you, stuff like that.
I also I used to think R.O.B up smash was frame 5. It's frame 10. That shit's slow as fuck.
Oh,
so,
really?
Like, I thought it was super fast because like I kept getting punished for like doing forward airs, and I guess I was just messing them up, and I was like, wow, that move's broken. It must be super fast. But like it's just us messing up.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, just in general, if you are playing smart and you're respecting the tools that you have to respect, and even then, if you shoot a projectile and you're like in a good position, you can just quick attack punish it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're playing smart, you will just win. If not, he might just like BS you, because he does have a lot of BS, you know, like sometimes he will just randomly down hit you at 30 and you're dead. But in general, Pikachu does have the more consistent game plan for sure.
Yeah. Robin, I think is +2. I think that matchup's free as hell. It might be +3, but I'm just gonna put it in +2.
+3, but I just think the raw kill power is a little too strong, with just those aerials and the side B ledge traps, which even then aren't that relevant.
Yeah.
But crouching neutral B, it's huge.
Yep.
It's really good, and then just us out frame dating Robin in pretty much every aspect. We have like way better scrambles, they're slow.
Amazing edge guarding.
Amazing edge guarding. They have like bad landing options in general. They usually they cannot deal with up air from Pikachu, or just us waiting their landing, resetting the situation.
Yeah.
They have kinda normal as just ledge options, so T-Jolt ledge trapping is really good. And in general, T-Jolt in this matchup is still really good. Like if you cannot set up a T-Jolt, they're probably throwing like a neutral B at you, in which case you can just crouch and play mid-range.
Or quick attack or whatever.
Exactly.
And you can edge guard the hell out of this character. Not edge guard. You can juggle the fuck out of this character. It's really bad. Like I just think Pikachu just literally, if you just, you know, avoid Arc Fire, you're not gonna die. It's like Arc Fire up air will kill you at 90. But just like, it's so slow and it's so easy for Pikachu to just avoid it, whether you have T-Jolt, whether you're just, you know, playing mid-range, whether you're crawling, it doesn't matter. Like, it's hard for Robin to hit Pikachu, ever.
Yeah.
And like, that's with me being aggressive, or like me being somewhat aggressive and not even playing defensive.
And as someone that plays defensive, it's still like super easy, you know? It is really easy. And just, the big things you gotta just watch out for is not challenge him, like, in the close-ish, like, closer to mid-range space where he can just, like, swing fair. Like, if you challenge him
jump.
there...
Just stay on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Just not jumping is really, really good. And then sometimes when you're in the ledge and he has enough time to, like, arc fire,
Not even, I just drop off the ledge and SDI down,
exactly.
and like you're fine.
Yeah. I just take it, you know, like it's way better to just like not try to like guess there, because you're not gonna die at like 60, 70 if you guess wrong, you know. It's a really bad matchup. I still think it's probably just still +2, just because of their kill power, but it could be +3 for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Rosalina and Luma.
I have zero experience in this matchup besides Elite Smash Rosalina.
I have played Dabuz in one single session on Yuzu, but he was the host, so it was incongruent, and it was about even. Means it is +1 at the very least. It might be +2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think I'm just gonna have Game & Watch be off screen. Y'all, sorry. I think Pikachu's one of the best in the game at hitting Luma.
Yeah.
And Pikachu has really good jugglings for when Luma's dead and can edgeguard. Like it's similar to Smash 4 where you can just edgeguard this character, but now you actually have back air, which always hits backwards, and a spike.
Yeah.
So, you have a lot of times where it's just like, I'm gonna grab ledge and wait, woo, and then you back air.
Yeah.
And like it's that simple. Like I was messing it up because again it was basically like Wi-Fi for me and offline for him. But like the hitboxes of Rosa are actually pretty good, which is why it's +1 and not +2. Like Nair with or without Luma is hard to deal with. You constantly have to be worried about Luma's positioning because it can be really annoying. You can die pretty early to things like forward smash and stuff. But I think overall just the momentum and the like kill potential and everything is just slightly Pikachu's favor.
Yeah, like just the flow of the game is more in your favor.
Yeah.
And again, she does have the tools to just like wall you out, like specifically, but she has to do it like super precisely, you know? Like
if she's wrong once, you're gonna hit a forward air and then Luma's dead.
Yeah, and Pyra is ridiculously good against Rosalina, specifically. Like she's tall, you can like cross her up. It separates Luma. It's combos super hard. It's super good.
It's definitely a forward air matchup, I know.
It's definitely a forward air matchup, yeah.
Smooth.
+1.
+1. I know Samus, I think, like, statistically is probably, other than, like, Game & Watch, the character that does the best versus Pikachu in tournament play. But, like, I've lost to 2 of them. DM loses to them.
I haven't had, like, I lost to ICMS once in a tourney, too, yeah, online.
But, I think overall, Pika still wins. Like, the advantage state of this character is still pretty strong, like Pikachu, against Samus, even though Bomb can be annoying. But, like, Pikachu's fast enough and does enough damage and has a good enough like edge trapping. Like edge trapping is actually huge in this matchup. You don't worry about edge guarding unless you really can. But like Samus is really bad at getting off the ledge because she's really bad in the air because she has to like bomb to get down, basically. So as long as you just like have a T-jolt out and respect ledge hop immediate fair, like Samus really struggles to get off the ledge. So Pikachu can just keep her at the ledge for 50, 70, 90%.
Yeah.
Like it's the opposite of Mario, where you just only try to hit Samus off stage.
Yeah. In general, I just think it's more so of us not being disciplined enough against charge shot type of thing, like just Pikachu's in general, I guess. Because in general, like if you play, like this is something that I usually do tell my students on Metafly. Like Samus is like a really common matchup that people are like, how do I deal with her just charging charge shot and then anti-airing me? Like honestly, if you guess once, yeah, just run into the mid range and then like try to make a guess. But I'd say like at low percent, you really just wanna watch out for like her hitting you with mid charge shot.
It depends on the percent, yeah, because like at lower percent, I'm more scared of getting hit by charge shot, so I will jump. If I'm gonna choose like the run versus jump, I'm gonna jump because if I get hit by fair, it's like whatever. I got hit by up fair. You know,
exactly.
But at like higher percents, I'm fine getting hit by charge shot because I don't want to be in like a closer. I'd rather be at like a far away disadvantage than a close disadvantage.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's correct, but like whatever.
At the end of the day, it becomes like a kind of guessing game against Samus, where if you guess right, you're gonna get way more compared to her, and you're gonna end up guessing more, correctly more. You know.
And
it's just a raw ability.
Quick agrees. This is not just a Pikachu opinion. Quick also thinks that Pikachu wins slightly.
Yeah. So. I just think overall, just Pikachu has the broken advantage state against her. Just constantly repeating, getting slight damage into bad positions, maybe even get edge guard sometimes. And yeah, just gotta not be reckless against charge shot. That's the huge thing in the matchup. And up B.
Sheik, +2.
+2 for sure.
You just play a normal ass game. You just do exactly anything you generally want to do, and it works.
Yeah.
You trade with this character, your projectile is more applicable somehow, even though noodles are broken.
Needles are insanely good, but since Sigil is like coming at them while they're
throwing
needles,
amount of damage.
It does the same amount of damage and usually gets you more if you like are close to it, you know.
Yeah, like grab combos do so much damage, our combos do so much more. We have way better kill potential. Dash attack is just an anti-air. It's like if I see a Sheik jump, I'm just dash attacking. If they're at 90, because they're gonna like fair and it's gonna trade and I'll take 3% and they'll die.
Yeah, trading against Sheik, like this is one of the like imagine just saying that Pikachu trading is good for us in general.
Yeah,
you know, like it's one of those few matchups where trading is really good because Sheik is trash at trading, you know. And usually it's not that big of a problem because Sheik just has mobility and insane frame data and needles.
But Pikachu has all of that as well.
Exactly, and it just like counters their stuff better, and like their combos are kind of like super awkward to get on Pikachu because of the hurt box shift.
And we're very comfortable off stage, so we're not really going to randomly get hit by bouncing fish off stage because we don't have to like air dodge early basically ever. So we can always just wait, and then it's like bouncing fish, we're like air dodge, double jump back air, or like, oh, we got hit by a back air towards the stage. It's like, it's fine. And a big thing is obviously like she kind of struggles to kill, right? Unless she gets like her couple setups. And Pikachu's hard to like get a lot of this moves on. So we get Rage Pikachu, and Rage Pikachu. Thank God he's light, because Pikachu with Rage is like so not okay. Grabs it, 15 will lead into upper bridges to death. Like Nair down smash will kill it like Sheik at like 70 at the ledge. Because like I can pretty consistently live to like 130, 150 versus Sheik, and like she just dies. She just dies. Shulk. +1.
I'd say +1 or 0 or +1, but I think in practice it ends up being +1.
I have played Kome too much to think it's even.
Okay.
I think Pikachu gets to choose the tempo. It's kind of like Inkling.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like any of the arts that you're scared of, you can just run away from. And even though you have to like sometimes run away from multiple arts like in a row, you just do that. Like you're just like, oh, you're off stage, it's like Smash Art, and you're just like, I'm going to just go under the stage and thunder and then grab the ledge and hope they guess right.
Yeah.
Or hope they guess wrong, or they have to guess super right in order to get anything. Obviously your combos are kind of awkward, but Pikachu has a lot of Shield Art combos actually, so Shield Art's not as good against Pikachu as like Smash Art Getaway, which is kind of interesting. Like if they're like 30 and you get like a Nair and they Shield Art it, you just go, okay, well like let the Nair finish, fast fall, short hop Nair, fast fall, short hop Nair, fast fall, short hop Nair, fast fall, because he doesn't really have a fast enough option to like get around that, so we can like air dodge and then you just like hit him with the Nair anyway, or like then like dash away and deal airs. Obviously there's a lot of scary things. He has safe aerials, so it's hard to mess with. He can do a ton of damage. He has a lot of good stuff. You don't get like up air bridged or like Nair looped really. There are other combos that you can, like I've definitely hit like a Shulk at like 80 in Shield Art with like Nair, and he's like Shield Art, and I'm like forward air, up air, forward air, then the last forward air like he runs out of Shield Art because he loses 5% of Shield Art every hit and just dies, or like is off stage and I edge guard him. I think like a big thing in this matchup, like the two things are T-Jolt and edge guarding, because you will get like one edge guard a game basically.
Yeah. And T-Jolt is generally just really good against swordies at dictating tempo.
Yeah, same with quick attack. It's just again he has Shield Art, so you're not gonna get like quick attack up tilt advantage state. So it's a little different, but I think Shulk's broken. I think Pikachu's one of the 3 matchups that Shulk loses. So.
Palu Snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even sure on Palu, but like for sure.
Same. Just Shulk is just in general super solid with the sword aerials, and yeah, sometimes he just has like really good combos with Buster. Speed is actually kind of good against Pika if he.
Well, like you're not terribly scared of it because like you just shield and take the grab and whatever.
Yeah, in general, like it's either like you're gonna take like 30 at most.
Or again, you just if he runs into anything, you can just like E-Jolt.
Yeah.
And then they have to shield, and then you can do that. You can't back air versus Shulk really, because air slash is good enough. But forward air is very good in the matchup.
Because you can drift back.
Oh, because it's safe. Because it's -5.
Oh yeah, it's what frame is like air slash? It's like 10 or something like that.
So like you can't back air, which is like good because back air leads to a lot of edge guards. If they don't have shield art, I still go for back air, and if I'm wrong, I get air slashed, and I'm like, well, if I was right, you died.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Pikachu just has a little bit too much tempo and a little too much edge guarding for it to be. And even though Shulk has a lot of good things, but again, you can kind of wait a lot of stuff out under the stage, or like just like, oh, you have Smash Art, I'm gonna T-Jolt, quick attack through you because whatever, T-Jolt, run off stage, Skull Bash, double jump thunder, Skull Bash, up B, shield art, or Smash Art's gone. You know, like
Yeah, I can definitely just see that. I was thinking of 0+1, mainly just because of how I do think Shulk is still really broken. Like applicably, you gotta like win neutral against him like twice with most characters, you know. But Pika does have the counterplay for that, and yeah, just dictating tempo in general is really good. He will sometimes just get the random smash attack, art aerials, which will kill you at like.
I feel like that happens about as often as you get an edge guard, so it equalizes.
Yeah.
But then you still have T-Duel.
Yeah, honestly, I can see it boiling down to +1. I agree.
Like, I think Kalme thought it was even, or like maybe slight Pika, and I was just like, no, I definitely feel like this is Pika favor. Kalme's also a god. Like, we played for like 4 hours. Like, it was a long session, and that was granted a while ago, but it was still very good.
Yeah, it's just like comes down to frame data and tempo dictation.
Basically.
Or yeah.
Snack.
The snake god will speak.
I still think it could be +1 Pika, but I'm just gonna put it even because I'm literally the only Pikachu that knows what they're doing, and MVD also thinks it's even, or +1 Snake, so I'm just gonna put it as even because it's easier to do that. I think both characters have a lot of tempo. It's a lot of stage control. It's a lot of, you know, going back and forth, left and right with the characters, and just like being, you know, patient. Pikachu has really good juggling versus Snake, which is incredible. Like, you can hit Snake and do a ton of damage. If you can clip his feet with things like forward air and up air, it's really big help. There's a lot of ways for Pikachu to avoid grenade, but then of course, if you're wrong once, you take 30 or 40, and that's half your stock, or a 30 your stock versus Snake. A big thing about the Snake matchup is down throw forward tilt works on Pikachu, so at 126, you're just dead unless you're in center stage or like across the stage. But like if you get grabbed at the ledge at 126, you're super dead. Obviously down throw up tilt works. Up tilt kills super early in general. Nikita's pretty good in this matchup because if they're just right on the 50-50 of high or low versus your recovery, you're just gonna die at 100.
Yeah.
But Pikachu, of course, has some cheesy ways to get edge guards, and he actually gets up air bridge, which for some reason I didn't think he was going to because I've never been able to get it because I didn't practice it for the pandemic. But like I was like, oh, he's gonna be able to like grenade out, and then I realized that you can hit Bayo, so it hits Snake.
Doesn't he have like a? I'm pretty sure he gets hit like for the frame 4 air dodge. He gets hit by upper downer. Like frame perfect.
Oh, he also gets hit by upper. He also gets hit by upper thunder if they DI incorrectly.
Yeah.
Like if they DI forward, it's just guaranteed because it's a frame 4 air dodge. Flare is still safe on shield. You can't really like nair or landing back because you will get down aired. But sometimes dash attack is whatchamacallit, safe. I actually noticed something kind of random. Let's talk about this though because it's kind of broken. So it says on ultimate frame data that Pikachu's down dash attack is -12, but if you do it extra perfectly and get luck, because it's kind of lucky, it can be -10.
How so?
So dash attack is active on frames 6 through 8. If you hit it on frame 8,
okay, makes sense.
it has 17 frames of shield lag, which would be shield stun, which would be frame 25, and then has 35 total frames, so it's -10. So if you do that, if you get the perfect dash attack and then jab, it will trade with grab. Granted, he can just down air. But it can be safe against Snake. Kind of crazy. Because I realized, I'm like, wait, I feel like this is wrong. So I just looked at it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think like if Pikachu gets the reads with Thunder on like their juggling, because they should always recover high. If you recover low as Snake in this matchup, you're just gonna get down aired.
Down aired for sure. It's really free.
It's really easy.
And then sometimes you just guess with their high recovery with Thunder, you might just hit them and die,
kill them at 70.
And
a big thing about this matchup, honestly, is Skull Bash, because you can Skull Bash because the hitbox is like inside Pikachu. If like a Snake is grenading next to you and you're scared because you don't want to hit him and hit the grenade, Skull Bash will always hit Snake and never hit the grenade.
I see.
It's kind of like a niche thing, but like again, it's good for like they're like on their Cypher and like they don't have an air dodge. They're gonna pull a grenade. It's like Skull Bash, hit them.
Cool. I never knew that. I'm gonna experiment with that.
Yeah, and Game Watch is up here. But I think Pikachu could win if you just play it better, because like neutral is a lot of like aiming your Cheetos to blow up grenade or not to blow up grenade, and especially with like the Snake Z catch stuff like that has been very it's been very interesting to like see those patterns. And I haven't really played MVD since he started doing that, other than the set that I went Samus against him, because I was like, I don't want to deal with this in tournament because I don't know what I'm doing.
In theory, I can see it being +1, but I just think in practice the game plan from Snake is still like really solid. And advantage state sometimes it's just kind of a guess when with the high recoveries, you know. Like you can still kind of condition him if you go high with him and then force like an air dodge and then send him off stage now without a double jump, and then it's kind of like to edge guard him. But still, like I still think down throw forward tilt is huge. Up tilt anti-airs are like really good. Still gotta respect it, but you're gonna get hit by it eventually, you know.
Yeah. But like also everything that Snake has, like literally every move he does, except for grenade and Nikita from far away, are punishable on shield. Like every single one. Like if he up tilts, you forward air it. If he forward tilts, you can honestly nair or back air between the hits. It's just good luck reacting. Like he goes like one, even if he's going like mashing like 1, 2, like you can still just hit him with nair or back air. Down tilt is actually pretty. I like down tilt's pretty hard to punish. That one's true.
Yeah, when it's spaced, yeah, for sure.
But like so he has to down tilt a lot. But then if he's down tilting, then you're not gonna die. So.
And you wanna be ready for the get out of corner dash attacks to call you out.
Yeah.
Or just dash attack in general as a burst option is really good.
But I think like if you play a correct mid range and you play like with speed, it can be +1, but it's just even for now.
Makes sense. I agree.
Toon Link.
I do not have that much experience against Toon Link, but
I think it's +2.
Really? I used to play it a lot in Smash 4 when I picked him up, Pikachu, and it felt +1. But in this game, everything just.
It was harder in Smash 4.
Yeah, for sure. Like the only big thing in this game that Toon Link got was up B, out of shield, and F tilt, yeah.
But also then we have back air, so we got down air. Like I feel like you play neutral so much in this matchup, and like Pikachu's just gonna get more damage in neutral overall. And the grab, like you just shield a lot versus this character, and if you get grabbed, it doesn't matter. You're not really gonna get edge trapped. You're not really gonna get anything. You have to watch out for like Z drop bomb out of shield sometimes, but like if he has a bomb in hand, you just start T-jolting.
Yeah.
And like stop carrying. Or like space down tilt because you can't punish him.
And advantage state against him is ridiculous.
Yeah, like, he's a floaty, so you just shark him and like spam up air.
Yeah, it's really bad. And then react to air dodges, stuff like that, and then it's tough for him. He's actually probably one of the easiest. I don't know, like him and Young Link are really easy to edge guard, in my opinion.
I agree. I also think Young Link's -2. Let's go to them.
Really? I think it's
up air bridges.
True.
He's one of the full bridges.
True.
So he just dies. Like I feel like Young Link actually is very easy for Pikachu to deal with because you just do normal Pika things and then change your DI based on the blue DI line on up B. So you only get hit by stuff at low percents. Your damage output's so much better. You combo the hell out of him. T-Jolt's really good. If you ever have him off stage, you either edge guard him if you're close enough, or edge trap him if you're not. And like it's really hard for him to get off the ledge. I feel like you just kind of do whatever you want, and you just like be patient enough where you're not just running into arrows and running into. Like if you're just a little bit patient on those, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's the big thing with him. Like you gotta like really be patient. He has really good frame data. Just in
like
general.
We have better frame data.
Exactly, and we gotta actually respect downer. Like we cannot just like shark him with upper, you know, as opposed to like most characters. So it's like kind of awkward for me. And with like you mentioned, with the upper bridges in offline, it's gonna be like super relevant. But again, my practice is just online recently, so I haven't had
it's one of those things as well that's just like it's the not Mario where you're trying to end all your combos off stage. And then you do the thing like you said with Lucas, where like you just grab ledge and they're gonna tether or air dodge and just back air them or nair them.
And then wait for the high recovery.
And then you thunder or thunder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's really easy. Like I played Skittles online, and Skittles is probably the best online Young Link. And granted, this was like the weird rule set tournament of Thunder Smash, but like I was just out playing him super hard. Like I like triple 2-stocked him or something because it was just like, oh, Young Link's not a worry, and this was online Young Link. It was better and like harder for everything.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see it. I still think
it's easier than Toon Link. Or sorry, harder than Toon Link, but
yeah, I do think for sure it's harder than Toon Link.
But it's hard, but it's easier than regular Link.
Like he just gets like way more of random hits, and it has like better frame data just in general compared to like Toon Link. So I think like just from my experience, I would still confidently say +1, but maybe once offline comes back, I will be able to say +2. Yeah.
Trust.
I'll trust. Yeah, same for my experience. It's been Skittles, and I've definitely struggled a little bit more compared to you. But
that's one of those things that's just like it's better for me because I get the hit and then kill, and you're just like I'm gonna play neutral, and you're like, why are you playing neutral with Young Link?
Yeah, he has a pretty solid neutral. Yeah, you're right. I can see it. I'm still saying +1, but I trust. Yeah.
I feel like anytime we've been like, yeah, we can make sense for this to be worse. Like we're just like, I believe you, but I'm bad at it.
Exactly.
Like Ness, like Toon Link, like R.O.B. Wario, what do you think about it?
I think might be +2, maybe.
I agree.
But I think
After the nerfs.
Yeah, I think like Optal was actually like really important in the matchup specifically.
Yep.
Megan
is down again.
Yeah, no, like the Optal nerf was like way bigger than most people realize. At least your average just viewer. Optal nerf like just used to linger for so long, and it was just like stand there, react to like roll on corner pressure, lasts for like an age, and then kills you at 40 with waft, you know.
Yep. So I think it was already +1.
For a year, I mean.
Before.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I just think like.
Also,
Pikachu
you can up and bridge him.
Yeah, like everything is kind of like not on Wario's favor, and getting wafts against Pikachu is kind of hard because he's still like really small. So getting an upper against him is like really tough. Getting
yeah, I
there,
think it has to be like it's you have a 2-frame window to get a landing upper on a crouching Pikachu.
Yeah, it's really tough. Getting a Nair as a Wario is already incredibly hard at higher levels, and way more so with Pikachu. Just
with a Thunderbolt there.
Yeah, with Tejal's set play and just him being small. And he doesn't have downer waft anymore from the mid
exactly.
So it's way harder for him in general. So usually if he beats you, he's just outplaying you positionally.
Or got like 2 wafts lol.
Yeah.
In which case that's typically the Pikachu's fault because we're running into the setups.
Yeah, and do you remember when they found out about up throw waft?
Yeah, and they got rid of it immediately.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna be like actually pretty relevant. Not enough to make it even, but still like it would make the matchup harder if they got it.
Yeah.
But it's not relevant at all anymore. So yeah, it's just really hard with the flow of the game for Wario in general.
I agree. Wolf. For
For some reason, I see the Wolves say it's even now, and I think they're insane. I don't know where they think this, especially Charlie. I like don't lose games to that guy.
Crazy. My experience with Wolf has been with Sharp, and honestly, he's just extremely patient. It makes it seem like way harder. But then sometimes I just get random guess right on Wolf Flash, Tejal Downer, you know, and they die like super early.
Yeah, it's +1.
Yeah, I think it's +1 still.
I think he's the best spacey against Pika, but like his like a lot of the good things about Wolf just don't work on Pika. First off, down throw dash attack is annoyingly difficult.
Yeah,
for Wolf. It's like frame perfect for some reason, which that's his better thing than up throw forward because whatever up throw forward it doesn't really matter. You have the ability to punish Blaster from full stage with quick attack. You have really good edge guarding. You don't care about his falling aerials because other than back air, they're not safe on Pikachu's shield. Or if they are doing it perfectly on shield, it's really easy to parry because you're short. It's one of those things. It's kind of like with Palu, where it's like, oh, they have these good options, but you just parry it because they have to do it so low to the ground because they have to make it super safe.
For sure, yeah.
So you just punish them. Like, I've nared so many Wolves out of shield for naring me because they're doing it at the top of my shield, and I'm like, cool. And then they're like, well, you punished me, so I'm going to do it better. And then I'm like, parry grab, parry up tilt. And, like, they struggle, like, a lot. Like, I feel like you just edge guard this character, you combo the hell out of him. Like, Wolf has to outplay you so hard in neutral, and while he has good neutral tools, Pikachu also has good neutral tools. Like, I don't think Wolf is winning in neutral. I think it's, like, even, and then Pikachu wins the punish game, and the only thing he loses in is if you get hit by Wolf back air at 70, you're going to explode into 19 pieces of candy.
Yeah, just raw kill potential is super, like, on Wolf's favor. Yeah, like, sometimes he will just hit you with back air with down smash.
But, like, you can avoid them a lot, honestly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think just in general it boils down to being at +1, kind of more volatile because of the kill power. But Pikachu just has everything in neutral to beat him.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, his out of shield options are bad. Like, especially playing 13, so you can, like, land behind him, you can forward air him. Like, you have to basically always be whiff punishing Pikachu, and while Wolf's ground mobility is very good, if then there's one time that we commit further into the dash and we get a back air, he's dead. He might die, like, actually just die.
Isn't up smash out of shield, like, good against an early backer? Because he crouches on the start of the animation, kind of like Ryu.
I don't remember. I don't know what that interaction's like. It might trade.
I think it might true punish Pikachu, but I'm not completely sure. Ryu, I'm confident that he just crouches in the
Yeah, that's for sure, because he crouches frame 1. I don't know the Wolf interaction. I haven't...
Yeah, me neither. I just thought about it. But yeah, just in general, I think comes down to +1, he's still broken. I still think Wolf is potentially from like top 5, top 6-ish
Yeah, I agree.
range. So he's just solid enough to, and he does have broken neutral tools, good follow-up tools. He can just pressure ledge really well, pressure advantage, and his combos and just raw kill moves are really good enough. But just the
He's just so hard to hit.
yeah, Pikachu's hard to hit. He has the counterplay on shield, and sometimes you just get correctly off stage and he dies super early, you know?
Like, I feel like you edgeguard Wolf more often than he back airs you at 70.
For sure, yeah.
Yoshi.
+1, emo.
Thank you. God, I was so worried that you were gonna be like, it's even. Thank you.
No.
We just out-neutral the hell out of this character, and at Hypersense we are always winning.
Yeah. In general, you gotta be super patient against Yoshi, right? And that's why I think just think the matchup's kind of tough. Because sometimes he will
That's
just
it. That's all you do. You T-jolt and you up tilt, and that's it.
Yeah, T-jolt, watch out for X, don't be like reckless about them. Kind of like play around the forward tilt and up tilt. Because if you are getting hit by those, that will lead into like 60% combos from platform. You're probably still playing like really unsafe, really careless.
Yeah.
And then Yoshi actually struggles really hard to kill you besides like a good random back air, you know?
And even then, it's like back air, if he does that and you shield it, you get a back air. Like, anything Yoshi wants to do unless they're drifting away is always unsafe. You can edgeguard this character, you can like force jumps out really easily. Forward smash is so good at like punishing landings. H4 literally just said that in chat, like as I was saying it. Up air is incredible, like up air, up tilt. Like the way I played against Suarez at Glitch, like what the hell are you supposed to do? And like since then I've always played the Yoshi matchup like that. Like against J Mafia, online granted, against Miles, I'm just like, oh, T-jolt, you're jumping, up tilt.
Yeah.
Or like dash back, dash tech. So it's really good.
Basically, what the matchup comes down to is T-jolt, up tilt, and up air against
And not
Yoshi.
getting greedy for combos that don't work because double jump.
And patience, right? And then you just like sometimes you might just get like good recognition and like an off-stage interaction against Yoshi, and he might just Omega early, you know?
Yeah.
It's that happens way more often compared to Yoshi getting like a random early kill against you.
Yeah, like if you ever get like they're doing like a random mid-range egg from like off stage and you're just like fair drag down, they're like double jump, up B, and you're like thunder and they die.
Yeah, it's rough. I think it's +1.
Zelda.
+2 maybe.
I have only lost to Ven when I played him.
Okay.
So, but that can me being bad because I'm not the neutral Pikachu. So explain.
From my experience, it's just usually like there are some situations where you just want to reset neutral against down B, because that's the big move, obviously, right? And then like the big moves that Zelda wants to look for is like a dash back forward smash to like punish your just random aggression, you know, because the hitbox is actually deceptively big.
Yeah.
But from my experience in general, like if you just don't give her the stage control and the opportunities to just set up down B neutral,
like play the mid range.
Yeah, play mid range for sure. You like if you get one hit, obviously you have normal Pikachu combos, and then Zelda's disadvantage is surprisingly bad, dude. Like it's like she's just like a floaty. She doesn't have like good
They just have to guess right on neutral B.
Exactly, neutral B is the big one, and if they're just like spamming it like on neutral to like try to not get punished, like the Elite Smash, I guess, kind of playstyle. It's just so easy to just wait it out, guess correctly once, and get like 60 into good advantage. And then another thing that Zelda's like to do a lot is the planking on the ledge with up air with up B to hold down. But that just gets beat with T-jolt, or if you're confident on the parry timing against up B, I'm pretty sure you can
like parry jab,
angle down forward tilt to punish it. Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta be confident and know how to push your advantage against Zelda really well. Usually you want to combo her above you because she does struggle super hard to land onto you, and if she drifts to ledge, it's kind of like really slow, really predictable. You can kind of just react and set a good situation for you.
Yeah,
and
I can agree with that.
Disengage from like you have quick attack to disengage. That's huge, dude. Like against
Zelda. I was gonna say +1 because like whoops, if you are wrong about Phantom, you're gonna die at 75.
Yeah, no, like her kill power is really good, but the situations that she finds those like super early kills will not happen that much against Pika if you're just playing like safe enough, you know, and that's the reset neutral playstyle. And then you get like one good hit and a bunch of advantage. It's, in my opinion, it's at least +2 for sure.
Okay.
Solid, yeah.
And the last character on the list before we order stuff, Hero Suit Samus.
+1.
Thank you. I mean, with the nerf, it might be +2, but like.
What was the nerf? Oh yeah, Uppy and Nair.
Yeah, like Uppy's actually a huge nerf because now Fair is safe on shield.
Yeah, that's
and so is
crazy,
down
actually.
tilt.
Yeah, I just think CSS
so
again.
She's so hard to hit.
We talked about this. Just
well, we talked about Mars beating my ass, but that's not. You know.
But just in general, what the character can do, just with her mobility and Sair and picking her spots when she wants to play, she's just like probably applicably the best just mobile character, just zoning you out with safe pokes all the time character, you know. That's why she's so good. But then Pikachu is just like small, really hard to hit, and again just gets one hit, gets a bunch of damage.
And one thing I do think that is very good in this matchup is up air bridges work on Zero Suit very, very, very well. Like that she's in the full bridge category. So I feel like, you know, if you can get that T-Jolt grab at 30, she's dead.
Yeah, and one thing
if you can like kind of wall her out after that, or like play like tradey kind of 1-for-1 type of hits, like you're gonna be winning.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's just you gotta know kind of like when the CSS wants to disengage and reset neutral, or when she wants to like actually zone you out or get in. Parrying Nair is actually incredibly important in the matchup in my opinion. And even then, just getting Pikachu with Nair is it's still really hard. But then ledge trapping her is kind of weird because you like T-Jolt ledge traps get beat by down B, in which case you just mix it up with like reading with a fair and sending her off stage. No.
Yeah, like Pikachu I feel like has options to deal with everything, but a lot of it is just straight guessing.
Yeah,
like, you have to guess the down B because in a lot of situations they don't have to. Like that's one of my biggest gripes with people being like Zero Suit down B is bad because you can just hit her out of it. It's like, yeah, if you hard read exactly when she's going to do it, which they're looking at you do the jump, so why are they doing the down B?
Yeah, it's a guess for sure.
But like you can get those edge guards. You can like T-Jolt's really good. If you play more patient than Zero Suit, you can do very well because Pikachu's punish game is overall better. But like she's so fast, like she can technically punish T-Jolts with like jump flip kick and then like kick, right? Which like that's scary. So like you really can't get in a pattern. You have to like just be on the ground. Like T-Jolt, I'm on the ground for a while. Random T-Jolt, because like Zero Suit does the thing really well in terms of like with punishing Pikachu, which is one of his worst like things. It's like, oh, I'm trying to commit to like where I think you're gonna go, and then she just like pivot grabs you. And even though you don't get a lot of damage, it slowly adds up and it puts you in disadvantage. And Zero Suit's so fast that disadvantage exists a little bit versus Zero Suit, like not terribly much, but like enough.
Like on landings mostly.
Yeah.
Like pivot grab, down smash, side B, stuff
parry
like
up B is still really good.
Yeah.
I think losing Nair safety and up B out of shield is pretty important, so it could be +2 now. I could definitely see that, but this character's too fast.
Yeah, too fast, too mobile. I think a lot of just
They're
the matchup
still really
is
good.
And randomly you might just die at like 60 from down smash up B, which is specific, but maybe will happen, you know?
Yeah.
+2 frames. Like she just like fishes for 2 frames with down smash, and then she probably cannot combo into up B, like grounded up B for sure. But she still can get like good damage and back air, yeah. Exactly.
Also side B is like really, really good in this matchup. It's hard to, whatchamacallit, hard to do. Longest matchup chart in the world. Me and Shiny Mark both talk a lot.
Yeah,
it's been this tier list or this matchup chart. We started at 11:30, so it's 2.5 hours plus 2 hours. So it's about 4.5 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
And so that's the ordered matchup chart. Again, thank you everyone for watching. Go check out Shiny Mark. All the stuff is in the description below. I would appreciate it. And Pikachu's busted. Like, again, it's really funny because some of the things that we said, you are more optimistic than I am. This actually is a more optimistic matchup chart than what I would normally put out, because I would at least do this.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think Pikachu's broken.
Pikachu busted.